This is a level check at the 9-minute mark. 9 minutes until tip-off. Level check. Hi, boys. Well, good evening and welcome in to the Dietrich Activity Center on the campus of Walla Walla Community College in Walla Walla, Washington. NWAC Eastern Region Basketball is live as we get set for this Eastern Region doubleheader between the Sasquatch of the Community Colleges of Spokane and the Warriors of Walla Walla Community College. My name is Mike Tatko. Glad that you are with us wherever you may be, whoever you may be rooting for. It is a comfortable evening in Walla Walla. Temperatures in the mid-40s. No fog at the moment. Pleasant drive over from Lewiston for tonight's game between the Warriors, who are 5-1 in the Eastern Region, 13-6 overall, and the Sasquatch, 2-4 in the Eastern Region and 7-10 overall. We have women's action tipping off here In about 5 minutes or so, the clock will run out. We'll have the anthem. We'll have the starting lineups. And then following this game, we'll have a little bit of a break. And then men's action will tip off at 7 Pacific time. So 5 and 7 for our new times in Eastern Region NWAC basketball tonight. This game marks the end of the first half of the league season for the Eastern Region. 8-team region, so 7 opponents, 14 games. And this will be the 7th game in region play for both of these teams. And as you look at the standings in the Eastern Region, Columbia Basin is in first. They are undefeated. They are 5-0. They are 1 game less than everybody else. They have a makeup game in Ontario against Treasure Valley coming up on the 13th of February. They are 5-0. Walla Walla hot on their heels at 5-1, although Columbia Basin owns a win over Walla Walla this year. Treasure Valley is 3-1. The Chuckers are 2 games less than everybody else because of some cancellations. They will face Yakima Monday in a makeup game, and then they'll face Columbia Basin on the 13th. Blue Mountain is 3-3. And then a little bit of a log jam. Yakima Valley 2-3, Big Bend and Spokane both 2-4, and Wenatchee Valley 0-6. If you follow the NWAC, you know that the top 4 teams in each region advance to the NWAC tournament in 2 weekends in March. And so you have to get 4th out of 8 to get to that postseason tournament. So right now, Walla Walla looks to be in pretty good shape as we get to the halfway point of the season. Spokane with some work to do, and I had a nice visit with that Sasquatch coach, Brittany Kennedy, prior to the Sasquatch coming out on the court, and she said the biggest problem so far for the Sasquatch is just inconsistency. She said they will have good stretches and then not so good stretches. She said it's something they're working on, and so that is something to keep your eye on for Spokane as they try to get some consistency tonight. Their wins in conference were over Big Bend and Wenatchee Valley. Their losses to Treasure Valley, Columbia Basin, Blue Mountain, and most recently on Saturday they lost to Yakima Valley at home 97-89 in a shootout type of game. Walla Walla has Eastern Region victories over Blue Mountain, Wenatchee Valley, Yakima Valley, Treasure Valley, and Big Bend on Saturday, 69-42. In Moses Lake, their only loss, as we said, to Columbia Basin in Pasco earlier in the year. So we're just about set. We will break for the anthem. Again, as always, if you watch our games on our Walla Walla YouTube channel, you are welcome to minimize your screen a little bit. You can enter the chat, and you can tell us who you are rooting for, where you are chatting from, and we'll give you a shout out. And of course, we welcome both rooters for both schools. We know Wednesday nights are really hard for parents to get to these games, especially when you're the visiting team, and especially even if you're the home team and you have student athletes from all over the Northwest. It's hard to get here. This is the final home Wednesday game for Walla Walla. The remaining 4 games at home are all on Saturday, so we hope to have potentially a bigger parent crowd for those weekend games. It is camo night here. You can see on the camera the camouflage of the Warrior students on the first and second rows across the way. You can't see me, but I am donned in my camo as well. Maybe we'll take a picture later and post that on the social media to prove that I wore my hunting shirt as well. We turn it over to the PA announcer, Roy Elia, and we will break for our anthem. Then we'll have the lineups, and then we will have our opening tip here from the Dietrich Activity Center. Again, you're welcome to say hello to us or just make the screen big as you can and just watch our action tonight as Spokane and Walla Walla do battle. Right now, we'll break for the national anthem. the national anthem tonight. Now we'll take you through the starting lineups along with our public address announcer, Roy Elia, as he introduces both the Sasquatch and Walla Walla Community College. And for Spokane, they have a freshman guard from Okanagan, Washington, averaging 6.3 points a game. That is Eris Jones. Spells her name A-Y-E-R-I-S, but pronounced Eris. Trista DeMel is a sophomore guard from Spokane, went to Ferris High School, getting 3.8 points a game. From Cheney, Washington, a Cheney Blackhoff, a freshman post. That is Shauna Elliott, getting 9.7 points a game. From Missoula, Montana, Loyola Sacred Heart High School, a sophomore guard, getting 15.1 points a game, 14th in the NWAC. That's Kennedy McCorkle. And Keely Maves has a huge crowd as she is from Pomeroy nearby here, a sophomore, and she played here at Walla Walla Community College, transferred to Spokane. Keely, 12.1 points a game in the Pomeroy Youth Basketball Program. They're all here across the way, dressed in orange and black. They are here to root on their Pomeroy Pirate, Keely Maves. And Spokane is coached by Brittany Kennedy, Greg Marshall, and Kara Pipo. For the Warriors, Jasha Gibb is a 5'4" freshman guard from Colfax, Washington, getting 9.8 points a game. Dylan Lovett, a 5'6" sophomore guard from Post Falls, Idaho, getting 11.4 points a game. A 5'8" freshman from Grandview, Idaho, Rimrock High School, is Cynthia Varela, and Cynthia gets 7.1 points a game. 5'9" sophomore from Ridgeview High School in Redmond, Oregon, Paige Penser, getting 10 points a game. And the final starter for the Warriors is Brielle Magnuson, a 5'10" freshman guard from Meridian, Idaho, Rocky Mountain High School. Brielle gets 18.5 points a game, and she is 8th in the NWAC in scoring. Tim McEwen, Katie Trinan, Mark Lindgren, and in her 25th year, Bobby Hazeltine is the head coach of the Warriors. Alex Collins, Amy Pistone, and Jared Wilson are the officials, and we are set to go. Glad you're with us wherever you may be. The Warriors, of course, as you watch it here, are in their white with the yellow numbers trimmed in black. They'll be going from right to left as we watch it. Spokane in their blue, navy blue, trimmed in lighter blue with white numbers, and they will go from left to right, and Spokane has the basketball. Welcome in. It's Eastern Region doubleheader night here from Walla Walla. Warriors in their trademark man-to-man defense. Still without Emma Lieber, still battling that injury in her foot. And Hallie Arnold, who has missed some time with some sickness, is now at least back on the bench, but not in uniform. Good to see Hallie in the arena at least, even though she is unable to play tonight. First miss by Spokane. Now it's Walla Walla's turn. And Varela gonna fire a deep three, and it's good. Cynthia Varela gives the Warriors a 3-0 lead, 7 points per game for Varela, and she gets Walla Walla off to a good start, and it's 3-0. The crowd across the way, the students standing as Spokane tries a screen and roll, did not work. Damel around a screen, her shot might have been blocked, and they save it back in off of Gibb. So Damel's shot was off. I think it might have been blocked, and it went out. It was headed out of bounds, and Spokane saved it back in. So the Sasquatch get it back, but the same shot clock. Remember, the ball didn't hit the rim, and so the Sasquatch working with the same shot clock, and they can't get it to go, and Magnuson rips down the rebound. High post Penser. And Gibb gives it up to Magnuson. Baseline jumper rebounded by Varela. Back to Brielle. And the second time through, Magnuson puts it up and in. So the Warriors capitalize on the offensive rebound, and they lead early 5-0. Walla Walla 13-6 on the year overall, and some real close losses. 2 by 1 point, 1 by 3. Spokane with another opportunity after the ball was knocked out of bounds. And it's McCorkle muscling it up, blocked by Varela. And Magnuson in the backcourt yanks it away from two defenders. Warriors want to run. Gibb, great pass to Lovett, who laid it up and in. Great pass by Jasha Gibb, the Colfax Bulldog. And it's an early touchdown lead for Walla Walla. 7-0. 2.5 minutes in. We come to you from the Dietrich Activity Center. That jump shot is short, but the rebound also couldn't go, and a tough start. That was Maves to try to put it up. And now Walla Walla's turn. Magnuson, and she got fouled by DeMel. Her first team. This Walla Walla defense is third in the entire NWAC in points per game allowed at just 53.4. And they gave up 42 to Big Bend the other day. And against Treasure Valley here, they gave up 54 right at that. And there's a backdoor cut and the pass to Magnuson. What a play that was. Lovett lobbing it to Magnuson. And what an athletic move by Brielle Magnuson to catch the ball in the air and score it without coming back down. And there's a deep three on the way by McCorkle, back iron. Warriors want to run ahead to Gibb, and it's in. And timeout called. A great start for Walla Walla. 11-0. I got to go back to that play from. I'm looking at it on the feed here. As our internet is a little bit slow here, and so the lob came as Magnuson went back door. Lovett with a perfect pass, and the athletic Magnuson laid it in. And I got to tell you, what an athletic player, and it runs in that family. And I know this firsthand. Brielle's mom, a tremendous track and field star in high school. And I know that because I worked at the newspaper where she grew up, and I don't know how many times I typed her name into the newspaper for her athletic endeavors. I know for sure she was a sprinter, maybe a jumper too. I'd have to go back and look, but part of many great relays in high school, and certainly I don't think anybody gets to college without working, and obviously Brielle and everyone else has really worked hard, but it helps when you're gifted with some athletic ability, as she certainly was. And she made that basket. She has 4, and what an amazing pass from Lovett. And on the very next possession, the Warriors get the ball and the pass ahead to Gibb, and it's quickly 11-0. And already Lovett and Varela both have 2 assists. And it's a quick 11-0 lead for the Warriors. And they press, and a loose ball, and it comes ahead to Lovett as they get the steal. And Dillon ends up with it. And now Magnuson going to fire a 3. And in and out, and a good strong rebound by Eris Jones. 4 minutes in, and it's a great start. Exactly what you want if you're a Warrior fan. Up and under, and scoring is Keely Maves. And a big cheer from the Pomeroy contingent here. Pomeroy not far from here, maybe an hour. I drove through it. I drive through it all the time. As Pincer, that one back iron, and the rebound to Spokane. You definitely want to slow down going through Pomeroy. Sasquatch on the offense here, midway, nearly midway, and it's a steal, and laying it up and in is Dylan Lovett. Lovett has 4. We did have a substitute enter at the break. We'll tell you about her, and that is Caden Renkin, a freshman guard from Ridgeline High School in Liberty Lake. What a beautiful new high school that is in the Spokane Valley as Renken comes in, and a basket that time is Gibb, and she has 4. It's a very balanced attack. It's 15-2. Getting a break for the Sasquatch was DeMel, and it's Rankin who comes in. And the pass is through the key. Nobody touched it. And now coming in will be Khalees Young. Young is a freshman guard from Lapwai, Idaho. And also coming in is Emma Schisler, a sophomore guard from Spokane and Lewis and Clark High School. And coming in is Malia Cortez. Malia's sister Marissa previously played here. Malia, a 5'2" sophomore guard from Prosser, Washington, and Prosser High School. Sasquatch in a zone. Warriors trying to work it around. And Gibb going to fire. Iron. And Cortez battling, but it ends up in the hands of the Sasquatch. And at the other end, the jumper won't quite go. Sasquatch off to a little bit of a cold start. And Gibb, right corner, passes up the 10-footer. And Cortez passes up the 3, and the Warriors will reset. Good ball movement. The shot clock to 7. They find Magnuson underneath, and she finds Lovett, and the shot wouldn't go. What a great pass by Brielle, and I think maybe Dylan was maybe too open that time. I don't think she expected to be that wide open. And so it's a rebound for Spokane. And Renken, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Young, her first, and the second team foul, and it will be now Kara Pope coming in. So Coach Brittany Kennedy getting a lot of people in early on. Pope is a sophomore forward from Valley Christian High School in Spokane. So we'll make sure and get in all the names of all the new people who come in when we can remember them. And it's going to be Lovett. And Lovett fired, and it's good. A three-pointer, and Lovett has 7 quick points, and it's an 18-2 lead. Down to 2:45 in the first period. Driving and scoring is McCorkle. McCorkle 14th in the NWAC at 15.1 points a game, and she gets that one. And it's 18-4. And Gibb rolled off, and a rebound by Maves. And in the backcourt, a Warrior foul. Let's check it. It's going to be on Varela, and the first on the Warriors. This Warrior team is first in the NWAC in fouls per game at only 11.6. So they do not foul very much. They're also first in turnovers a game with just 12.7. So they take care of the ball. Good inbounds play. Schisler couldn't get it to go. Maves does, and she got fouled. And the foul on Penzer, first on Page, second team. Give Maves the basket. She has 4. And now Gibb comes out, and Magnuson got a quick break. She comes back in. I tell you, Brielle Magnuson and Dylan Lovett oftentimes play the entire game. Brielle got a little bit of a break there. I talked to Dylan before the game. I said, "You're playing the entire game," and she shrugged her shoulders and looked at me like I had 5 ears. Like, so? Of course I do. And Varela, and Cynthia Varela knocks down her second triple, and it's 21-6. Maves, a 58% free throw shooter, could not get that one to go back at the other end, and now it's Spokane's turn again. 1.5 minutes to play. They worked the ball well, and it's Demel who got free. She came back in, And it's 21-9. And Varela going to try it from the other side, and that one would not quite go. And we're down to a minute. And the Warriors had a 16-point lead a while ago, and now it's 12. And Varela poked that one away, but Young got it back. And Khalees Young ran over Varela and laid it in, and Coach Hazeltine wanted an offensive foul, didn't get it. 10-point game. Here come the Sasquatch. And now Pinzer is tied up. No, they're going to call a foul. They're going to call it on DeMel, and that's her second. And so let's see if they take her out or if they leave her in. They're trying to get somebody in, and that's Elliott. And they will give Maves a break. DeMel will stay in, and she just made the sign to Coach Kennedy as if to say, it's okay, I'll play with two. I won't foul anymore. But in the meantime, Eris Jones is going to check in. Varela right corner, no good. Pinzer had it, lost it, and it ends up in the hands of the Sasquatch, and they can make this a single-digit game here at the quarter. After an 18-2 lead, Spokane is really kind of taking advantage of some mismatches, and the easy shot is up and in by Elliott, and it's 21-13. Final 8 seconds. Love it. They need to hurry. And Varela at the horn. And it's good. Varela gets her third triple, this one at the end of the first quarter. And after one, it is Walla Walla 24, Spokane 13. And only one free throw in the period. So 9 for Varela, 7 for Lovett, 4 for Gibb, 4 for Magnuson. And for the Sasquatch, 4 for Maves, 3 for DeMel, Elliott, McCorkle, and Young with 2 each. Lots of action going on in the NWAC. Blue Mountain and Treasure Valley just underway in the second period. Blue Mountain by 2. They're at home. Columbia Basin by 3 at Yakima Valley late first. And the other Eastern Region game, Big Bend by 1 at Wenatchee. So lots of activity throughout the NWAC. Some of the games not starting till 5:30, some starting at 5 like ours, and we'll keep you up to date on all the action in the NWAC. East Region and the other regions as well. Want to say hi to Cody Rotelek. Rod and Cody always log in. There, Kyler Rotelek is our trainer, and so they are always watching whenever the Warriors play. Pinzer inside, and she puts it up with the left, and it's good. Paige Pinzer, a great possession and a great move by Paige using the left. Well, we talk about Brielle Magnuson and her athleticism. We could talk for hours about the Pinzer family. All 3 of the girls play college basketball. And Young with a good move inside. And it's 26-15. Their daughter Corey played at Weber State. Paige here. Lacey at Mount Hood, which is in the NWAC in the southern region. Lovett kicks. Varela. And open for 3. That one banged off the iron. The mom, Christy, an amazing athlete in her own right, and Father Rob as well. Minute into the second period, 26-15. And a 3 just catches iron by McCorkle. Warriors have done a good job on her. She has 2. She averages 15. There's Paige, ceiling, and got her own miss, but it was batted away, and Spokane comes away with it. Warriors at one point led 18-2. That's the biggest edge. Led by 11 at the break of the first quarter. Lead by 11 here. And it's a foul, I think, on Elliott. Yes, Amy Pistone, the official, says the foul is on Elliott first team. And Maves back in. And Gibb is back for Walla Walla. Getting a break is Cortez. On the inbounds, I hope Cynthia continues to shoot. She's made 3. She's missed a couple, but when you're open, you got to keep shooting, and hopefully she does. Penzer, as Spokane has gone man-to-man. Page all the way up. Contact out of bounds, and they say it's off of Maves. Page got contacted in the key. The ball went out of bounds off of Keely Maves. So Magnuson will trigger it in. 7:52 to play. And Brielle off to Page, and she puts it up and in. Great pass by Magnuson, and Penzer gets it to go, and she has all 4 here in the second period. And it's 28-15. Welcome those watching wherever you may be as we gather a few more people as people potentially get off work and get home and get settled in as Jones banks in a 3. Eris Jones makes it 28-18. This is a Spokane team that put up 89 points against Yakima. On Saturday. Magnuson could not get that one to go. Warriors 4 of 11 from three-point land. Lovett with 1 and Varela with 3. They've had some looks. And driving and kicking, and Maves missed the easy one. And crashing in is Elliott, and she scores it. So after that 18-2 begin, Spokane has now outscored the Warriors 18-10. And they're right back in it. Penzer low again, and she got fouled by Elliott. And let's see if they call it a shooting foul or not. And she will be shooting. So Elliott with 2, DeMel with 2, and coming back is Renkin, and Elliott will sit down. Pope sits down, and also now a new player into the game is Eva LeBlanc. And she is a freshman from Spokane, went to On Track Academy. Penzer, a 71.9% free throw shooter. And she gets the first one, Warriors by 9. And she got them both. All 6 Warrior points in this period belong to the sophomore from Redmond, Oregon, and Ridgeview High School, Paige Penzer. Nice give and go, and an offensive foul going to be called on Eva LeBlanc. It's her first and the third foul, so the Warriors with good position there. And hitting the deck, I think it was Penzer. I was not really sure as I was looking elsewhere, and I'll have to wait till the feed comes in to see who took that charge, but it is a foul on LeBlanc. And now Magnuson driving. Varela going to fire. And good job by Brielle to get the offensive rebound, and that wouldn't go. And now a held ball, Lovett and McCorkle, and the possession arrow belongs to Spokane. And it was indeed Paige Penzer who got the charge, as the internet feed here that I'm watching is about a minute behind the actual live, so I can kind of check in on stuff that happens. There's a move and a foul on who? They're going to call it on Penzer, and that's her second. First foul of the period, and it'll be LeBlanc, a 62.5% free throw shooter, 62.5. And she'll try to split the pair. 5:38 to go before half here. And she does split the pair, and it's a 9-point game, 30-21. And a blocking foul on McCorkle. That's her first, and that's the fourth team, so not shooting yet. Such a quick first step for Dylan Lovett. Athletic family as well. Her brother Russell's, I think, for Nebraska. Pinzer couldn't get that one to go. But an offensive rebound. And Magnuson couldn't get it to go. Wow, the Warriors are getting every look. And a lot of near misses there at 43%. And at the other end, they leave Jones alone, and she couldn't get it to go, and now the Warriors want to run. Midway through the period, it was 11 at the end of the first. It's 9 now, and still 9 as Magnuson had that one go off the back iron. And now back for the Sasquatch is Emma Schisler, and a timeout on the court. And we'll take a break and get a drink and gather our thoughts and coat our vocal cords with a Powerade. Back after this. The North region began at 5 o'clock tonight, and Edmonds with a 31-8 lead over Olympic. Peninsula and Shoreline, two teams battling for position. They'll both probably make the tournament. Peninsula leads by 4. Skagit Valley in a fight for one of the 4 spots. They're at Bellevue, and they lead by 2 after one period. And Everett and Whatcom, two teams currently on the outside looking in, and Everett leads by 3. All the other games in the West and the South are getting ready to tip off here within about a minute. So back to our game. I want to welcome the 46 folks watching us as Lovett kicks it in and the Warriors on offense. Couple of misses, but some rebounds for the Warriors. Varela missed a 3. Penzer missed the rebound shot. And now Gibb with the pull-up, and that wouldn't go. Another offensive rebound, new clock for Walla Walla. Have a look at our rebound count here. It is 18-13, and the Warriors now with 7 offensive rebounds. Gibb past her defender, the runner off the glass, and that wouldn't go. Wow, they're getting every look, and they're just not making baskets right now. Walla Walla down to 38% from the field after a tremendous blazing start in which they led 18-2. And it's down to 9 right now. And into the key, and scoring it is Jones. She has 5, and it's 30-23. Well, if you came here expecting a blowout, it's not happening. And Magnuson gets the Warriors back on track. First person other than Penzer to score this period. Brielle has 6. And it's back to a 9-point lead. Three and a half before half. You can hear Coach Kennedy calling out the shot clock as McCorkle with the stop and the step through, and Kennedy has 4. And it's 32-25. And Lovett to the key. No. Penzer got great position and got the putback, and a monster second quarter for Paige Penzer. Playing with 2 fouls, but getting good position, and she has 8. Lob to Maves, guarded by Magnuson, and that's going to be off of Magnuson. He tipped it out of bounds. Darby Rhodes going to come in, give Penzer a well-deserved break. Great quarter by Paige, great half by Paige. Rhodes, a 5'8" sophomore guard from McLaughlin High in Milton Freewater. Mac High. Darby Rhodes, not very far from here, just a little bit south on the way to Pendleton. And that pass went through the key, and apparently one of the Warriors tipped it. And so it'll stay with Spokane. Only 6 on the shot clock. Warriors lead by 9. They need to get something up in a hurry, and it's Young. Ball's tipped, and it'll be a turnover. And Lovett wants to run. Gibb goes past her, leaves it off for Rhodes, and she couldn't get it to go. And 2 minutes now before the half. And from the right corner, they leave Schisler alone. And just like that, it's 34-28. This Spokane team was down 18-2. I know I keep saying it, but it's worth saying. As a held ball, getting position inside was Rhodes. Another offensive rebound for Walla Walla. They have 8 in the game, unofficially. So 1:39 to go. Magnuson fakes the pass and then gives it off, and Varela jumps it up in the key. Her first field goal, that's not a 3, and it's back to an 8-point lead, 90 seconds to go. Good game from Walla Walla. Spokane always comes to play, men and women. And no good, and the rebound, I love it. The attempt was by Schisler. Ahead to Rhodes. And got away with the travel. Got off to Lovett, who laid it up and in. Lovett has 9, and Walla Walla has a 10-point lead, 1 minute to go. Jones backing in Gibb, and can't get the shot off. Good defense by Jasha. Stanley in the game. We haven't talked about her. We will, though. Alyssa Stanley has the shot at the shot clock buzzer, no good. The putback, no good. And Lovett has it. Final 25 seconds. Alyssa Stanley is from Burbank, Washington, Columbia High School. That's in the Tri-Cities, right on the edge over there by Pasco. Alyssa Stanley comes into the game. Final 15 seconds. Warriors will play for 1, leading by 10. Lovett just runs past everybody and lays it in, and it's halftime. And the Warriors only led by 11 after 1, and they lead by 12 at half. We're back with some stats and more information after a break. Well, let's take you through some numbers here at half. Eris Jones has 5 points for Spokane, 3 for Emma Schisler, a point for Eva LeBlanc, 3 for Trista DeMel, 4 for Shauna Elliott, 4 for Kennedy McCorkle, 4 for Keely Maves, and 4 for Khalees Young, for a total of 28. And the Sasquatch are 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 13 points in the first period and 15 in the second for their total of 28. Walla Walla scored 16 second period points. They are 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Jaisha Gibb has 4. Dylan Levitt has 11. So does Cynthia Varela. Paige Pinzer has 8. And Brielle Magnuson has 6. For a total of 40. Warriors are shooting 42.5% from the field and 33 from the three-point line. And 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Spokane is shooting 41% from the field and 3 of 7 for 43% from the free throw line, from the three-point line, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. The Warriors only 1 turnover, and they are first in turnovers per game at 12.7 on the season, and they only have 1 so far here. They also have only committed 3 fouls, and they are first in the NWAC in fouls with 11.6. And when I say first in fouls, that's first in least amount of fouls. So the tops at 11.5 fouls per game, and they've only committed 3. Varela with 1, Pinzer with 2. For Spokane, LeBlanc 1, DeMel and Elliott 2 each, McCorkle 1, and Young 1. Rebounds, Warriors 21-15, including 8 offensive. 13 assists for Walla Walla to 5 for Spokane. The Sasquatch have 2 block shots to 1 for Walla Walla. Let's catch you up on the other games underway in the NWAC, as we're about 3 minutes away from tip. Blue Mountain has a 10-point lead at half down in Pendleton over Treasure Valley, 33-23. Columbia Basin, a 5-point lead at Yakima Valley at half, 47-42. That's a shootout, which we kind of expected. Both those teams know how to put up the points. And in Wenatchee, it is Big Bend 30, Wenatchee 29 at half. Bellevue leads Skagit Valley by 2 at half. Peninsula over Shoreline by 3 right before half. Everett over Whatcom by 1 at half. Edmonds all over Olympic 37-10 at half. And a couple games just getting underway. Centralia at Pierce, early lead for Centralia of 4 points. Lane with a 12-point lead over Southwest Oregon late first. Lynn Benton at Umpqua with a big lead, or a 3-point lead late first. Lower Columbia, Green River, that's a battle for the West. And Lower Columbia leads by 7 late first. South Puget Sound over Tacoma by 8 in the first. Chemeketa by 9 over Mount Hood in the first. And Portland over Clark by 4 in the first. Welcome in to all those watching. We have doubleheader action tonight. A reminder that when this game ends, we will open a new window for the men's broadcast, and we'll come on about 10 minutes before tip-off. That tip scheduled for 7 o'clock. And we are 90 seconds away from our second half here. And it will be Spokane's basketball. That's the way the position arrow says. At halftime, there was a performance by the Pomeroy Youth Basketball Club. Again, They play it out on the court, and they are fans of Keely Maves, who is from Pomeroy, playing for Spokane. You can see the camo across the way, the student section. It is camo night. And Dub, the Warrior, is here in attendance as well. We'll have a chance to talk to both men's coaches between games and talk about the keys to the game there, as Spokane 2-4, Walla Walla 1-5, and both those teams chasing a spot. We'll talk more about the Eastern region of the men when we have that opportunity between games. (40-28) is our score. And at this pace, the Warriors get 71 points a game, so they're ahead of that clip. Spokane gets 65. They have a little bit of work to do. The Warriors hold teams to 53.5. And right now, Spokane is on pace to get 56. So we'll see what the third quarter brings, as Demel is looking for someone to give it off to, and she finds Maves. Man-to-man. McCorkle passed everyone and swatted by Brielle Magnuson. She put her hand up and swatted it into the court out of bounds. Shot clock at 5. And a good block out by Pencer. And Page already with 7 rebounds. First opportunity for Walla Walla. And they're going to call Paige Penzer for an offensive foul. And that's her third. So right off the bat, Penzer they'll leave her in. And we'll keep an eye on that. The Warriors have 3 reserves. Darby Rhodes, Malia Cortez, and Gwen Dawes. Again, as scoring is Elliott. Hallie Arnold not yet ready to play after that illness, and also Emma Lieber not yet cleared to play with that foot injury. And Lovett couldn't get it to go, and the rebound goes out of bounds off of Spokane. Once again, the Warriors getting the looks they want. Spokane has cut it to 10. Gibb, that's too hard and out of bounds. And it'll be Cortez coming back in for Gibb, who was inside the arc that time but could not get it to go, and so she'll get a break. And Spokane has a chance to get it down below double digits here. And they leave Demel, right corner. No, Maves yanks down the rebound, and they reset. Keeley spinning around and scoring. 6 for Maves, and it's 40-32. Magnus on a jump stop and came up a little bit gimpy there. I think she'd been bothered by an ankle. And that was short. Hopefully she's okay. She'll stay in. 7.5 to play. Walla Walla has not scored in 2.5 minutes. Well, when they needed a basket in the first, they let Lovett clear out and just go to the basket. And that's what she does there, and her shot is blocked. So good help defense that time by Shauna Elliott. That one by Jones rolled off, and the Warriors with the rebound. Brittany Kennedy going to try to get Khalees Young in at the next opportunity. We've played 3 minutes. Walla Walla hasn't scored. Shot clock under 10. Lovett past everybody. Out of bounds, and the Warriors will have 4 seconds, and Young will come in. And Lovett on the reverse lay-in on the inbounds, got it back, and she has 13, and she has made some huge baskets for Walla Walla. Demel behind the back, it's loose, and Trista gets it back. 10-point game. Almost 4 minutes in to the third. Maves backing in, and Magnuson fouled her. First on Brielle, second on Walla Walla here in the period. And it'll be Maves, who was 0 for 1 in the first period. She's a 58.2% free throw shooter, and she'll have a pair here to try to get the Sasquatch within single digits, and she does it. 42-33. Biggest lead for the Warriors was 18-2. Maves has 8. And driving and getting fouled is Cortez, and Maves helps her up. Maves here a year ago, and Cortez obviously as well. And so Keeley helps her up. They are former teammates, and it'll be Cortez, who is a 58.8% free throw shooter. The Warriors are 2 of 2 from the line, and Spokane is 3 of 5. It's been a very clean game as far as that goes, as Malia has her first point of the game. And she makes it back to a 10-point game, 5:50 to play. And a held ball, and it's going to be a turnover to Walla Walla. So the Warriors have it now on offense, leading by 10, trying to expand that lead. And Magnuson tried to kick it back to Lovett, and it was tipped and intercepted by Jones. Shot clock at 5. Backing in is McCorkle. And another step through, blocked by Varela. Great job by T. They've done a good job on McCorkle. She gets 15.1 points a game. She's 14th in the NWAC, and she only has 4 tonight. Long way to go, though. Remember against Treasure Valley how they held down And it's Lovett, another hoop. They held down Sophia Legate with no points in the first half, and then she ended up with 14, right at her average. Lovett has 15 to lead everybody. And it's back to a 12-point lead. And an injury. It's Young who's hurt. The basket to McCorkle. And we'll take a break here as they, with Young, it's going to be a media timeout. So Khalees Young got tangled up as we look at the replay. I don't know if she might have got stepped on. I'm not sure. I'm going to rewind that to see. She was on the right elbow. And yeah, she ended up tripping over Lovett, and down she went. And hope she's okay. I want to say hi to Steve and Anita, who are rooting for the Warriors. I recognize that name. Talked about Anita earlier, and glad you're online. Look forward to seeing you in person at a game soon. Again, this is the final Wednesday home game. The other 4 home games in the Eastern region are all on Saturday, so expect a good crowd of parents. It's hard, as I said earlier, it's hard to get here for some of the parents on weeknights, especially if you're in the Boise Valley or northern Idaho or somewhere else. As a couple block shots on Spokane's part, but on weekends hopefully we'll get to meet the parents and they can watch their kids in person so much better than on a computer. Here's the Warriors on offense, 3.5 to play. Varela. And a great position again by Penzer. Boy, she's had great position all night. And at that time, they called the foul on Maves, and I thought that Paige was going up, but they say it's on the floor, so it's a second foul on Spokane in the half, both on Maves, or in the period. And Paige does not get a chance to go to the line as Lovett drives. She gets fouled, and if that's on Maves, that's 3 all in this period. And it is. So that's her 3rd all in this period. And as usual, we want to thank Coach Hazeltine for dinner. He packs a good lunch. Here's Magnuson on the inbound. That was swatted away by Jones. Warriors are home Saturday, so we're back here against Blue Mountain. Women at 2, men at 4. So a quick turnaround from a Wednesday home game to a Saturday home game. Looking forward to that. Hopefully good traveling conditions for everybody, as Blue Mountain will come up from Pendleton for the basketball game. And here's Paige. Nice spin move, used the left, and great job by Lovett to get the rebound. And Paige got it again, and they're going to call it on Paige, I think. And that's her 4th. And 2:41 to play, and that's her 4th. And they'll have to get Paige out. She really was just battling hard for that. Yeah. No, she has 4. She has 4. Coach Hazeltine wondering if the foul count was correct, and it is. And now Magnuson goes over the back. She has 2. So Pincer with 4, Magnuson with 2. And good to see that Brios folks will be here on Saturday. Look forward to saying hi. I'll be the guy sitting all by myself. And the putback is good that time by Stanley. And that's her first basket. Alyssa Stanley has given Coach Brittany Kennedy some really good minutes. And it's 46-38, back to single digits, and the Warriors going to have to play a while without Pincer. And Magnuson buries it from the right wing, her first 3, and gives the Warriors some breathing room, and it's 49-38. Also want to say hi to Lillian Allen, who is rooting for Khalees Young. Khalees is from Lapwai, Idaho, and Lillian is the godparents of Khalees, and they have logged in to say hello. We're happy to welcome everyone watching, regardless of who you're rooting for. As the Warriors by 11, and they have the basketball back. Lovett, she fires a 3. And the rebound comes down to Elliott. 90 seconds remain. And I think kicking it off her foot was Jones, but they say it went off of Walla Walla. 1:16 to go. Really a good crowd on hand. Again, the kids dressed up in camo. The Pomeroy youth basketball team is here. And just a good crowd. That turnaround shot in the key by Jones, a little bit short, and Varela to bring it down, guarded by Stanley. 1 minute. Magnuson. She hit another 3 from the right wing. Well, she can score inside and outside. And she knocks down those. And it's 52-38, and Magnuson has 12. So it's the Warriors have actually increased their lead. And blocked by Lovett. She just went straight up with one arm, and she blocked the shot. 30 seconds to play. So the Warriors led by 11 after 1, by 12 after 2, and now they lead by 14. And they have a chance to expand that. And a foul going to be called on Jones. And that's only the 4th on Spokane, so they're not shooting. And they'll turn off the shot clock. Young comes back. It's good to see her back because she was went down with what appeared to be an ankle injury. Also coming in is Pope, and also is McCorkle back. So final 15-second shot clock is off. And Gibb had it swatted at the horn by Caden Renkin. And what an appropriate timing play by Caden as Becky Renkin checks in from Liberty Lake, Washington. And Caden went to Ridgeline High School. That's a newer high school out there. It's beautiful. I drove by there one day, and beautiful facility in Liberty Lake. And so hello to Becky, and what a block by Caden at the end of the third quarter. And that is the end of the third quarter. And our score is Walla Walla Warriors 52 and Spokane Sasquatch 38. Back with the fourth quarter after we catch our breath. Don't mind me, I'm just eating potato chips. Fourth quarter action, Sasquatch from right to left in their blue uniforms. They're trying to get win number 8 on the year, win number 3 in the tough Eastern region. Big Bend is leading at Wenatchee. Columbia Basin is leading at Yakima. And Blue Mountain has a lead at home against Treasure Valley. And Walla Walla has a lead here, and it's a steal by Lovett. And she just outraces everybody. And she laid it in. Dylan Lovett having a wonderful game. She averages 11.4 points a game, and she has 17 as the Warriors lead now by 16. Biggest lead was 16, and now it's back down to 14. That was Pope. First 2 for Pope. She only gets about a half a point a game, but Pope does a great job there. Spots up and hits it. And at the other end, Brielle Magnuson has just hit her third 3-point goal in a row. And it's 57-40, and she has 15. Going to have a hold, I think, in the key on the Warriors. It's on Magnuson. That's her third. And the first period of the quarter, again, the fouls wipe off. They changed that several years ago. In fact, they changed it in high school just this year. Love it. I don't know if anybody else loves it, but I do. There's Maves. And Pope dribbling up and under, too far. But Maves got the rebound and rolled it in. Keely Maves has 10, and that's the most. (57-42) is our score. Someone just texted me and said, put away the chips and focus on the game. Well, that's what I'm going to do. 8:06 to go. And a foul in the backcourt. It's on Cortez, her first and the second. So the Warriors, who lead the league, the entire NWAC, with 11 fouls a game, they have 9. Warriors with some trapping defense. They do this once in a while. They look for some steals. The negative is that if someone buries that 3 like McCorkle just attempted, but she didn't. And Maves has 12 now. And it's 57-44. Love it. Gibb back in, and she hits the deck. 7.5 to play. Sasquatch hanging tough. Down 13. We go to Spokane on the 28th of February. That's going to be a good one. What a beautiful facility they have. Spokane Falls. They redid it a couple years ago. And they have a great atmosphere there. Love going up to Spokane. Warriors on offense. Driving in, hitting the deck again. And Coach Hazeltine was just told to be quiet. As Lovett at the other end lays it in, the Warriors get the steal. Lovett has 19. She already got teed up once this year. And it's Maves. And she got it and got the foul. So Keely Maves has 14 points. And they're going to have to put in who? They're going to put in Rhodes. And that's on Magnuson. That's her fourth. And there's still 6:17 left. And maybe they can they should be able to look at it online. But no, they say 23. They wanted to review it, and the Warriors were hoping that the foul was on somebody else. But they call it on Magnuson. And Maves completes the three-point play. She is having a monster game. And it's 59-47. And a full court press now by Spokane. So this is getting a little bit interesting here now. Pinzer has 4. Magnuson has 4. Brielle's still in. And she'll fire from the right corner. And the rebound comes down to Varela. And Lovett is open underneath. And she got it. And she was fouled. Huge basket. So Lovett has 21. And the foul is on LeBlanc. Magnuson will have a break. She hasn't been out. I think she might have been out for like 5 seconds in the first period. Then they put her back in. Lovett, a 60% free throw shooter, a chance to make it a three-point play. And she does. And it is 62-47 with 6 minutes left in this basketball game. Boy, when Walla Walla got ahead 18-2, it was like, okay, walk in the park. Not so. Brittany Kennedy and the Sasquatch have never wavered. And now timeout called by Spokane. We'll catch our breath and update you on the other games that are going on. Treasure Valley and Blue Mountain now locked in a 4-point game near the end of the third period. Also near the end of the third, Columbia Basin has moved out to a 70-53 lead over Yakima Valley. And in our other Eastern Region game, Big Bend now pulling away from Wenatchee Valley. They lead 57-45. We will see Blue Mountain here on Saturday at 2 o'clock Pacific time. And Spokane will be in Treasure Valley on Saturday for a doubleheader. Now, according to the NWAC site, those games are, well, we'll have to wait and see. There's a little bit of a confusement on the time, confusing statement on the time of those games. But Spokane is going to Ontario, and again, they are in Mountain Time. And so if you're a fan of the Sasquatch, just check with your athletic department and find out exactly when that game is. But the Warriors are here against Blue Mountain. 2 Pacific time for the women, 4 for the men. As McCorkle gets around the screen and knocked it down, and she has 9. And now it is 62-50. Pinzer back in with those 4 fouls. Lovett goes past Maves and just laid it up and in. She's taken over the game. 24 for Lovett, and the Warriors a steal in the backcourt, but they cannot convert. Midway through this period, and it's a 14-point edge just like it was at the quarter. And now Pinzer, she knocks it down on the lay-in, and she got fouled. So Pinzer with 10, there'll be a media timeout. The foul is called on LeBlanc, her 3rd, and we have another timeout right here. And so our score is now 66-50 with 5 minutes left in our basketball game. Men's action coming up. Tip time 7 Pacific. And again, if you're watching this one and planning on watching the next one, we will end this broadcast, and then there'll be a new link that appears. Again, thanks to everyone watching you wherever you may be. Walla Walla, 41% from the field and 7 of 19 from 3, including 3 huge three-pointers by Magnuson in this half, but Lovett with 6 field goals, all of the 2-point variety of this half, and a free throw. She leads all scorers with 24. Magnuson has 15. Maves has, let's count that up, 6. She has 15 for the Sasquatch. Varela 11 and Penzer 10. So 4 in doubles for Walla Walla. And here's Penzer trying to complete the three-point play. And she is 3 for 3 from the line, and that will up her percentage. She came in at 72% from the free throw line, and she's made all 3. So, Gibb back in with some pressure on Jones. And there's Elliott. Elliott's a tough matchup. Good hit by her. She has 8. Warriors facing full court pressure. They get it across. Magnuson came back in at the break for the final 4.5. And Lovett goes past everybody, and she made an 8-footer. I'm running out of room in my fourth quarter scorebook for Dylan Lovett. She has 11 in this period alone, 15 in the second half, 26 in the game. And Gibb picked the pocket of Elliott. Warriors by 17. This is their biggest lead, I do believe. Led by 16 in the first period. Weathered a couple storms by the Sasquatch. Give Spokane and Brittany Kennedy credit. Played hard. Still playing hard. And Lovett rolls it up and in from the baseline. And she has 28. And a foul out front. Maybe Gibb. Let's see. Warriors have their biggest lead. It is on Gibb, her first. And that's the 4th team. And now back for the Sasquatch is Emma Schisler. Keep our eye on Blue Mountain and how they're doing tonight, because they come here on Wednesday. On the inbounds, it ends up in the hand of Lovett. She knocks it in. And I think she has 30. 30 points for Lovett. And at the other end, going up and over, is Elliott. She has 10. Gibb. Great pass. And the recipient is Brielle Magnuson. It's turned into a shootout here. The Warriors already have 19 points in this period, and Spokane has 16. 21-point game. Renkin back in. Underneath, intended for Maves. Shot clock running out, and the shot was blocked. It should be a shot clock violation. It is. With 2:19 to play, Walla Walla with a 75-54 lead. And here's Lovett. What a night for her. 14 of 21 from the field. Lots of good numbers. Magnuson, 17.6 rebounds. Rare miss by Dillon. She has 6 rebounds. Varela has 6 rebounds. Penzer has 8 rebounds. So really good stat lines for the Warriors as we're in the final 2 minutes. And a great stat line by Maves. It's 75 56, and the Warriors will run some clock as Spokane takes the press off. Pencer, love it. 90 seconds. Brielle, that was in and out. And Page, back to Brielle. And that rolled home, and she has 19. Right at her average, and it's 77-56. Renkin. And it's a 3 on the way by Schisler, no good. But on the rebound, crashing through, it's still loose. And Schisler ends up with it again. And again, and finally, they still can't get it. And the clock is running out, and the Warriors want to try to get some subs in. So does Spokane, but the clock is down to 35 seconds. And hitting it is Elliott. 6 points in this period, and all the subs will get to come in now. Demel back, LeBlanc back, Pope back, and for the Warriors, Gwen Dawes comes in, 5'6" freshman from Yakima Tribal Nation in Toppenish. And Rhodes is back in. And they will, I believe, take Lovett out with those 30 points. What a job by the Warriors to have 4 in doubles. Lovett 30, Magnuson 19, Varela 11, Penzer 11. Maves with 17 for Spokane, and Elliott with 12. And Treasure Valley is now overtaken Blue Mountain, 58-56. Wow, what a big road win that would be for the Chuckers there. In the mix for a playoff spot right now. So Dawes is in, Rhodes is in, Magnuson, Gibb, and Cortez. And Molia has it. And the shot clock is off, and the Warriors will pass around here, the final 15 seconds. Magnuson kicking, and down to 8, and Cortez will take it out, and that's going to be the final 77-58. Walla Walla goes to 6-1 in conference or Eastern Region, and 14-6 overall. Spokane falls to 2-5 and 7-11. Let's take you through the important stats. Maeve, 17 points, 9 rebounds. Elliott had 12. McCorkle, 7 points. Jones had 5 points, 8 rebounds. Schisler with 5. Young had 4 points, 3 points for Demel, 2 for Stanley, and 2 for Pope, and 1 for LeBlanc. And Renkin got in and had a tremendous block shot right at the end of the period. For the Warriors, Lovett, 30 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Magnuson, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Thank you. Varela, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Penzer, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Gibb with 4 points. Cortez with 2 and 3 rebounds. And Dawes and Rhodes with great job. And the final score, 77-58. It's going to wrap it up for tonight. I want to say hi to Lonnie Lovett, and it was indeed a great job by Dylan Joe. 30 points on 14 of 22 shooting from the field. And some big threes in the first half by Varela, and some big threes in the second half by Magnuson. 77-58, our final men's action coming up in about 25 minutes. And we hope to see you in person on Saturday if you're able to make the women's game 2 o'clock against Blue Mountain. This is Mike Tatko from the Dietrich Activity Center, and we'll talk to you very soon with men's action coming up.